afternoon. Welcome to our press conference for our FA Cup game against West Ham tomorrow. First section embargoed until 12:30. We'll start with Simon.
Hi Eric, congratulations for Sunday. You've obviously got a busy schedule coming up, but have you had any chance to celebrate, any chance to take stock? Was there anything beyond what we saw at Wembley?
No, nothing beyond. Get back to work.
You've changed the culture of the group from the way they speak and the way they seem to be leaders on the field. Has it actually been quite easy to get them to refocus? Because this is not something they've done they've not won the trophy for 6 years, but they seem to just be getting straight back into it.
Of course, yesterday players were still so enthusiastic and they had to celebrate this momentum. But yesterday, after we settled down and we get back to work and did what we had to do. There was recovery, and the ones who played less did a good training session.
Obviously, the team that started on Sunday started, but the ones who didn't, people like Maguire and Lindelof, are they going to be important at periods like this? Because clearly there was a lot of energy expended against Barcelona, against Newcastle, but this is a big game as well, and you do want to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, but let's make myself clear. We didn't win with 11 players. We did win with a squad, and I think the squad is already the whole season so important. And every time players coming in, if it's for a whole game, if it's for minutes, or if it's for a couple of games, I think also during games we can change the dynamics, and we do it with many more than 11 players. So I count on them, and I know they will be ready, because every time when players play their games, they take responsibility, and it's about us. Take responsibility, but also you have to fight for your position, and there are coming great months ahead of us. So great games, and I think everyone wants to play games, and so the players who forms the best teams.
Someone like Maguire, who
also from Maguire, when he play well, he can come into the team.
You just feel like Maguire, because he's an England international, because he's the captain, people like myself focus on him, but it does seem as though he was part of the celebration, and it feels as though there's a collective spirit within the group rather than individuals just looking at it and thinking, I'm not playing that, I'm not happy.
No, so it was not my perspective from the celebrations. I think everyone was involved and everyone was happy, and everyone had the idea. We did it collectively and not as not individual or 1, 2, 3 players did this. It was the performance of the whole team, of the whole squad.
It does seem like this is the start of a new era almost at Manchester United. We spoke to Luke Shaw yesterday, and he was very praiseworthy of the work ethic and discipline that you've instilled, and the reaction following those opening 2-game defeats. When you look back now, how important was that in your role at the football club?
I know from my experience from previous jobs, and that it takes time before you get into a way of play, before you get in the rules and the principles, and you get routines in a team, and and the time is not going always with the right results, and so in a moment, it's the right results are not there in the start of the season. I'm not in panic because I know it's part of the process, and you can. You find out, you learn a lot in those weeks, and when you lose, it's not nice, and you hate to lose, but also you get some good lessons, and you get a lot of you what are the opportunities, what are the deficits, and so you can work on that in your way of play.
It's a really big week. They're all big weeks, it seems, at the moment. How difficult is it for you not to have an eye on Liverpool on Sunday? Because for the fans, this is the biggest game of the season, going to Anfield, where we've not won for 7 years. So probably links into the question earlier about the importance of other players as well to you in the squad.
Yeah, but I think every game is important. And every game till now, I think that is this dressing room has the right attitude and the right approach that they take game by game and not looking ahead. And you said it's the biggest game, but I think what do you mention? So Barcelona is not a big game.
Every game gets bigger.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask about team news. Obviously, the players are mentally ready from the sounds of things, but how are they physically? And will Anthony Martial be available for tomorrow? And if not, when can we expect to see him?
Anthony Martial is not available, and Luke Shaw and Fred are questions for tomorrow.